Right, lads, and it's of course that time of the year where we rank every single Premier Division side's season. Now, this is of course obviously going off the results in the league, Europe, and the Cup, and also goes off the individual standards each club would have had starting off the season. Shamrock Rovers 8. Yeah, I don't think anybody can deny it was a pretty good season for Rovers. 4th title in a row. Yeah, can't really complain too much. Would say they lose a bit just for the fact that they were knocked out of the Cup very early, and that European run was the less said the better. But once again, they're still champions. You can't really rate them any lower than that. St. Pat's, I'm also going to give an 8. Considering where they were about a third of the way into the season, it was quite a good finish in the end. Third place finish, guaranteed themselves Europe with 2 games to go. Obviously did win the Cup. Obviously they could have pushed a bit more for the league, and Europe, once again, not particularly great, but yeah, I think an 8 is a fair rating. Shales, 7.5. Considering they finished 8th last season, 4th in Europe is quite impressive. Also finished above Bows and Dundalk, who they arguably had worse squads then. Of course, they were knocked out of the Cup in the first round, but yeah, pretty good season for Shales. Drogheda United, I'm also going to give a 7.5. Considering most people were damning them to finish in the playoff spots, they did do fairly well, all things considered. Guaranteed themselves safety with 3 games to go, and finished comfortably above relegation, alongside a Cup quarter final. Not a particularly bad season for Drogheda. Derry City, 7. Yes, they did finish second for the second year running. However, this was the season they were meant to be pushing for the league, and it still didn't seem like they were anywhere near it. Also knocked out quite early in the Cup, but it was against Pats, so you can't really fault them too much. But I suppose with Derry, they also had that European run, so it gives them a bit of a boost. But yeah, definitely a bit of a disappointing season for Derry. Dundalk, 6. A really bang average season, let's be honest. Finished 5th, however, it was down to the last game. Cup quarter final, as I said, just a bang average season for Dundalk. Not particularly bad, not particularly great either. Just remember the Dundalk's European campaign. Forgot to throw that in. Could possibly rank them a bit lower for missing out on Europe, but I think 6 is fair. Bows, I'm also going to give a 6. I know a lot of Bows fans will probably disagree with this. Probably will argue they should finish lower, but once again, I think 6 is fair. 6th place finished, not exactly great, but once again, that was for the last game of the season. They did get to a cup final, which of course they did lose. I suppose you could also, throw in they won the league in April, but yeah, I think 6 is fair. Sligo Rovers, 4. Look it, they stayed up. They didn't do much else beyond that. Once again, like Drogheda, fairly comfortably above the relegation zone, but also knocked out in the first round of the Cup. Cork City, 3, possibly a bit generous, possibly a bit harsh, but at the end of the day, they were relegated for the playoffs. Never really looked convincing throughout the season that they were going to stay up at all. I think the only saving grace they really had was a Cup semi-final, and yeah, that's about it. And finally, UCD, 1. Could have given them a 0, but I suppose they got through 1 round of the Cup. Yeah, I mean, they finished the season on 11 points. They got 2 wins all season. What else can you say? But yeah, they are my ratings for each team in the Premier Division. If you do disagree, of course, feel free to say it.